then people are going to start coming in. So, oh, there they all come. All right, so let me share my screen again as they're coming in. All right, welcome as people start coming into the webinar to the Virtual College Exploration for New Jersey Students, sponsored by the New Jersey Association for College Admissions Counseling and StriveScan. So thank you for joining us. So a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening this week, so be sure to check out the full schedule at NJACAC.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, NJACAC.org. I'd like to turn it over to our presenters.
Hello everyone, my name is Grace Talion and I am a new admissions recruiter here at Stockton. So I'm actually just going to play a little bit of our newest video showing some of the highlights of our campus just while folks are coming in, and then we'll jump right into the presentation in just a few minutes.
And I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm Heather Medina. I am the interim director of admissions here. I'm going to be answering your questions in the chat. But we'd like for you to hold your questions to the end, naturally, because a number of your questions will be answered throughout the presentation. So I'll be working behind the screens and so excited that you guys have all decided to join us today. Thank you.
Alrighty, and with that, I'm going to get started on the rest of our presentation that we have planned out for you all today. So welcome virtually to Stockton University. My name is Grace Talion, as I mentioned before, and I am one of our new admissions recruiters here at Stockton University. I am from Bayville, New Jersey, so I went to Central Regional over in Bayville, and I now live in Little Egg Harbor, so nice and close to campus. So I'm excited to kind of go through some interesting facts about Stockton with you, and then go into the admissions process and some of the specifics over at Stockton. So choose where you live and learn. This is actually a photo of our Galloway campus, and our Galloway campus is located over in the Pinelands National Reserve over in Galloway, New Jersey. We're located on over 1,600 acres, so students have a ton of places to live and learn and do different activities on campus. We are also home to 2 lakes and some very beautiful areas just to sit and have lunch. I have some great lunches here at Stockton. We also have our beachfront location, which is located on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. And we'll go over that a little bit more, but definitely some very beautiful places for students to choose to live and learn. So we are home to 9,934 undergraduate and graduate folks here at Stockton. And like I mentioned, we're on just over 1,600 acres of land. We're home to 2 lakes, Lake Fred and Lake Pam. I walk across Lake Fred every day at lunch, and I highly recommend it. And we have convenient access. We are just minutes to the Jersey Shore over to our Atlantic City campus. We're about 1 hour away from Philadelphia and just about 2 hours away from New York City. So tons of places for students to go and explore and have internships and meaningful connections in the area. As I mentioned, we also have our additional campus over in Atlantic City, and then we also have opportunities for students to take classes over in Hamilton, Manahawkin, and Woodbine, New Jersey. So all across the Great Garden State. And right over here, we do have a photo of our Atlantic City campus. So this was just built in 2018, so it is brand new. We have some beautiful dorm options that I'll show you a little bit later in the presentation, but we do have our residential complex for students to live. And then we have our academic center as well, and that's where students can choose to take classes in the Atlantic City campus. So a little bit more about Atlantic City. These are some photos of the inside and outside of our new buildings there. We do have hundreds of courses offered at the Atlantic City campus, and we have some key programs that offer some more courses in Atlantic City. So those programs are hospitality major, our business studies major, social work, community leadership, and civic engagement. We have a doctorate program with some classes over there as well. And we do have a shuttle service going between the 2 campuses, so going between the Galloway and the Atlantic City campus. We have internship and service learning opportunities over in Atlantic City, and the residential term of our students who choose to live at the Atlantic City campus is a full year. So students have the opportunity to maybe stay over the summer and do an internship or simply enjoy living at the beach, but we always stress maybe pick up an internship in your spare time. We are just steps away from the boardwalk where students can go and enjoy the beach. They have a beautiful fitness center there. I am very, very jealous. And you can learn more all about that on the Atlantic City site on Stockton's website. But again, we'll kind of look a little bit more into the dorms because I just think they're so beautiful later. And here at Stockton, you have the opportunity to choose your own academic experience. So the QR code that we have down below in the corner, you can actually scan to bring you to our 160 plus areas of study. So I just want to highlight some specific majors and areas of study that students really tend to gravitate towards here at Stockton. Our most popular major is undeclared. So if you do not know what you are about to choose, no worries there. It's a lot to ask of a senior coming into the college environment, but you can definitely look at all of the different areas of study. Some of our other most popular majors are our business major, criminal justice. We have a fantastic education program here, nursing, and then we have a few other special dual degree programs that I'm happy to go into. But again, if you go ahead and scan that QR code, it will bring you right on over to our website. You can click into each program and kind of see a little bit more about what it has to offer and see which one is the best fit for you. You can mix and match. It's absolutely possible to be a double major here at Stockton. So if you're thinking of maybe doing that, it's absolutely absolutely possible here. You can also add any kind of minors. And as I mentioned, we do have some dual degree programs where you can actually begin your graduate work as an undergraduate student here with us here at Stockton. So we have 18 programs in our graduate studies, and we are recognized at the national and regional level for many of our programs here at Stockton. So all different ways to get involved. Stockton is home to over 200 clubs and organizations and activities all the time. So I've had some time to really get to know some of our student ambassadors here, and they sing the praises of all of our different clubs and organizations all the time. So whether you're looking to get involved in Greek life, or if you're looking to get involved in something more specific to your major, or if you're looking just for something to do on the weekends, there's always really something to do here at Stockton. I've heard about Taco Tuesdays in our lounge in our campus center, which is right in the same building as me. So I'm looking forward to the first one of those this semester. And there's all different activities on the weekend, build your own terrarium, all different things that are sponsored by different clubs and organizations. So you can actually head on over to our website. We do have our Osprey Hub on there, and that's where you can search. You can take a look at the list of all of the different clubs and organizations we have to offer here. And then you can also keyword search. So if there is something specific that you're doing in high school that you would like to continue at the collegiate level, you can absolutely look and see if we have that to offer here. If we don't have a club that you are in or that you're interested in being a part of, no worries. All you need is 9 friends and an advisor to start a club here at Stockton. We have all different diversity and multicultural clubs and organization. We have Los Latinos Unidos. I went to their flag raising ceremony, and they've been having some fabulous events over the past month. So really great ways to get involved there as well. We are dedicated to our diversity and multicultural services here at Stockton. We also have all different areas of community service opportunities. So there are opportunities for service learning. We do have our fraternities and sororities that are philanthropy based. So that means that they are dedicated to serving all different community services and charities throughout the area, and they get to choose all of those. So really great programs that we have here on campus. And if you choose to be an Osprey in our athletics section, we have a ton of things to offer for you there. So we are an NCAA Division III school. So we have all of our Division III athletic programs listed there. So you can see all of our men's teams and women's teams. I'm very excited to go to my first Stockton basketball game when that happens, and really get on out there because I've heard some really great things. And then we do have our intramural sports here on campus. So if you're looking to get involved, but you're not quite looking to do Division III, we do have those intramural and club options here on campus. So all different ways to get involved there. We are also the ECAC Fortnite Champions of 2019. So if you're looking for e-gaming, we also have options like that as well. And this is the beautiful Atlantic City residential complex that I was talking about before. I know my brother is a senior, and I am dying for him to live in Atlantic City with us next year. So that is just a view from one of our dorms. You can see the beach, you can see the boardwalk right outside the windows, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Again, brand new facilities built in 2018. And we are a safe and secure residential experience. So over with us, whether you're looking to live on the Atlantic City or Galloway campus, housing is guaranteed for all 4 years. We have single, we have double, we have apartment style living available in Galloway or Atlantic City. There are themes, living, learning communities as well that make Stockton home for a lot of different students looking to focus in different areas, especially in the residential complexes. Freshmen are allowed to have cars on campus. I know I get that question from families all the time. So if you're looking to have your car on campus, whether you're in the Galloway campus or over in Atlantic City, we do have a parking garage that we share over there for our Stockton students. And then we have all different local eats and global treats all around our campuses. So in Galloway, my favorite place is the Chick-fil-A. So we do have that on campus. I am a frequent at our Dunkin' Donuts. We also have a sushi bar. We have smoothie bowls. We have student's choice, all different areas. We have pizza. There is a fabulous pizza place right on over in our Atlantic City campus. And students on our dining plans do have Stockton dollars that they can use at at places around the campus as well. So I know I'm a big Moe's fan, and just down the street from us in the Galloway campus, about 10 minutes away, there's a Moe's, and they take our dining dollars there. And just to put it in perspective, about 70% of our incoming freshman students do choose to live on campus with us. So freshmen can choose to live either in the Galloway or the Atlantic City campus. And some different student success services that we have here. We do have our first year studies, which is really getting students involved in university level work, getting students acclimated to college, whether that is a first year seminar or things like that. We are just making sure that folks are ready for the college experience. We do have the First Ospreys program as well. So we are home to many first generation students here at Stockton, and we are really proud of that. We are founded in a culture of respect. So all different initiatives just towards respecting one another in civility, community, and safety as a campus community here at Stockton. We are a part of the Washington internship program, and we send students over to the nation's capital. We are actually the largest sender of students to the nation's capital outside of the actual schools in the Washington, D.C. area. So that is something we're very proud of, whether you're looking to integrate that into a business program or a liberal studies program here at Stockton. It's absolutely an option for you. We are also, again, as I mentioned, located right near the beach. So if you are looking for any kind of marine studies, we do have our environmental studies program, both at the undergraduate and the postgraduate level. So you can absolutely start doing research as an undergraduate student in that area. We are home to our very own marine field station right by the campus. We are also part of Study Abroad, and we have Study Abroad tours. So students studying all over the world. I actually just spoke with our math program coordinator, and he let me know that they are actually doing student teaching abroad, not this year, but they have in the past. So just something to put on your radar. There are some very unique experiences for students to get involved in terms of study abroad and studying tours across the world. So, and here at Stockton, students always come first. If that's not something that is shined through all of our different clubs and organizations and experiences and living, it should be shining through now. So students are home to 17-to-1 ratio here. So we do have students at a 17-to-1 ratio with our faculty, and our full-time faculty teach about 67% of our classes. That is more than any public four-year college or university in the state of New Jersey. So that is something that we are very, very proud of, that our students are being taught by the very best. On that same note, 92% of our faculty do hold the highest degree in their field. So students are being educated by folks who have been out in the field, who have been boots on the ground, and have worked their way all the way up through to teach them in their classroom. And about 85% of our first year students do return, so we have an 85% retention rate of our students. So when you are ready to soar, I am happy to walk you through the admissions process. It is very simple here at Stockton, and I'm kind of here to demystify that for you. So we are first looking for a completed application. So whether you're looking to fill out the Common App, we are a member of the Common Application, or if you're looking to fill out our Stockton web application, you can do that right on our website. And then we're going to ask for a $50 application fee or an application fee waiver. So if you're looking for a waiver, you can definitely head on over to our website. We do have that for our web application. And then if you have been impacted and you are looking for a waiver on the Common Application, we just ask that you say, yes, I am looking for a waiver when filling out the Common Application. We are also going to be asking for your official high school transcript. So if you're a member of any kind of vocational school, maybe went to one or two different high schools, we will need the official high school transcripts from any high schools that you've attended. We will also be looking at your essay within your application. So whether you're filling out the Common App or our web application, we'll go ahead and kind of see your story. So why Stockton, how we can help you, and what you've done, and kind of what you're looking to do here. That's the best way I always put it to students. We also ask for letters of recommendation. So we are looking for 2 to 3 letters of recommendation. And my best advice for that for students is always to reach out to folks who you know will take the time to really speak about you and talk about all the great things that you've done throughout high school. And then we did go test optional. I am going to get a little bit more into that throughout the next few slides, but there are some majors that require test scores. Most of our majors here at Stockton do not require SAT or ACT scores to be submitted. So test optional admission, as I mentioned, most majors, you do not have to worry about it. I did go ahead and put those test required majors down in the corner there. So if you're looking for any of our dual degree programs with the graduate studies here at Stockton, we would need test scores submitted for those. We also need them to be submitted for our nursing and our physician's assistant program here at Stockton. So if you're looking to do any of those programs, we are going to want to go ahead and get those test scores on over from you. So your ACT score report or your SAT score report through the College Board. And some important dates to note, we do have some special program deadlines coming up. So our accelerated pre-medicine and our pre-pharmacy program, those are coming up on November 15th. So we want to make sure any students interested in those programs are submitting all of their materials successfully by November 15th for review. Our physician's assistant program, we require everything in by December 15th. And our nursing program, we ask that everyone has everything in by February 1st. We did actually go ahead and push that one on back this morning. So I wanted to update anyone who may have been clicking around recently on that. We do have some virtual instant decision days. Those are happening every Friday, and those are done via Zoom. So those will be every Friday up and through November 20th. So we do have one coming up tomorrow, and then every Friday after that. So if you are interested in that, you can absolutely head on over to our website. On the admissions page, you'll see that we have our instant decision days offered, and you can go ahead and select that, and we will work to get all of your materials by then so we can give you a decision and even scholarship information. And then we are very proud to be offering our single family campus tours. So single family campus tours with us are running Monday through Friday. And then we do have tours available on Saturdays as well. That is with 3 families and a total group of no more than 10 people, just kind of visiting the campus socially distant, wearing masks all over, just to make sure that everyone stays safe, but that you are able to come and see our beautiful campus. So if you haven't been, I would highly recommend that you head on over and schedule a campus tour with us. And here are the numbers. So a quality education within your reach, you can see that for New Jersey state residents, we are just over $14,000 for our tuition and fees. For room and board, that is going to depend. It can be up to about that $12,000 number. And that depends basically on what housing situation you are looking for. So if you're looking for a single, a double, a triple on the Galloway or Atlantic City campus, your meal plan also factors into that as well. So I always like to recommend that students and their families head on over to our bill estimator on our website. You can kind of see a little bit more of what your room and board preferences would look like in terms of dollars and cents there. But just some facts to note, about 88% of students receive financial aid from Stockton. The FAFSA did open up just on October 1st. So if you have not filled out the FAFSA, I do recommend that you do that sooner rather than later. Our FAFSA code is up on the screen right there for you. And the average financial aid package here at Stockton is close to $17,000 per student, and we are very proud to award $15.5 million in scholarships per year to our students. So as an incoming freshman, about 60% of incoming freshmen do receive scholarships. So I want to spend a few minutes on that, just kind of going over the process and what that would look like for you. So financial aid and scholarships, we did go ahead and actually change the way that we are doing our scholarship review process here at Stockton. So we are going to utilize that official high school transcript that you're submitting along with your application. So we're going to utilize that, and we are also going to look at the activities section of your common application. So if you're filling out the common application, you can list up to 10 different activities that you are doing throughout high school, whether that is work experience, clubs, organizations, organizations, honor societies, volunteering, community engagement, civic engagement, family responsibilities. If you're taking care of brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, we want to know that. So definitely go ahead and tell us your story in that activities section of the Common Application. If you are doing the Stockton web application, we do actually have a survey that is accessible right on our website for students to fill out that very same information, up to 10 different things that you have been doing throughout high school. Also to note, the scholarships do factor in your essay. So again, just making sure that we really know who you are as a student through the essay within your application, and your letters of recommendation are again carrying on over throughout the admissions process, all the way through your admission up until the scholarship. So please do make sure that you are picking folks who will take the time to write a letter for you. And then we will go ahead and talk about some transfer opportunities. So if you apply to Stockton and you're not quite ready to begin with us, we do have some fabulous transfer pathway options for you. Stockton is a very transfer friendly institution. I've worked at all different schools, and I have to say that our transfer policy is really great. We will take up to 64 credits. And I always like to tell students that if you are doing any kind of dual credit or AP credit, if you passed any AP exams, or if you have any on the horizon, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than willing to kind of tell you how that's going to help you in your intended degree program here at Stockton. So again, AP, we are super generous in that area as well. So if you are taking any of those exams or have taken them, feel free to reach out to us. Stockton does have a Degree Works platform, and that is over on our website. You can actually see exactly what you've done in the high school. So if you've completed any of those testing or dual credit programs, you can see how that is going to come on over to us here at Stockton for your intended major. And this is kind of our parting slide here in terms of the presentation, but no worries, we are going to answer any questions that you all have for us. So again, we would love to connect with you. So feel free to go on over to our social media sites. We have all different things happening. We have ambassador takeovers over on our Instagram account. We have all different virtual events. We have virtual tours in conjunction with our virtual open houses. Those are streamed on Facebook Live. So all different ways to connect with us over here at Stockton University. And any questions, we do have our admissions email on up there. So if you would like to take that down, you absolutely can. And then if you think of any questions in the meantime, after this presentation, feel free to reach out to us through that email, or you can give us a call, whatever is easier for you. We do have counselors and staff that are looking to answer those for you and get you on in as a Stockton student. So just wanted to open up the floor for any questions that you all may have. I know I do have some other folks from my team here who are more than willing to answer questions for you as well.
Great job, Grace. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that we have some questions. You were very thorough. Oh, somewhere. Leave it. We have a question. Yay, we got a few questions. Awesome. So are sports played in Atlantic City or Galloway? And the answer to that question is that most of the athletic sport programs are here in the Galloway campus, although students live between either Atlantic City or Galloway taking that free shuttle. The practice facilities are located here as well at the main campus right off of Pomona Road. So if you swoop into our virtual tour, you can actually see, you know, some of those areas that are available for you. But again, we are Division III NCAA. If you're interested in any of our athletics programs, may I encourage you to go right onto the Stockton Athletic website, and there is an inquiry form there that you can complete that the coaches can make contact with you directly. Okay, and the other question is, what does a campus look like on the weekends? Now I'm going to take that because I'm an alum, and I never left. No, I'm just kidding. Stockton has a lot of different things. There's over 10,000 activities that students are participating in. So I would recommend, not take our word for it. Go right on to Stockton's website and just type in the search for the Osprey Hub. And you will see all of the different activities that are happening virtually, either through our academic end, from our virtual internship, career fairs, to what Grace had mentioned earlier, our Latinos Unidos that did their flag raising ceremony. So a lot of different activities going on. We had 2 days of Osprey Give, and we actually hosted a Celebrity Squares event last night, which is a lot of fun to raise money for scholarships. So there are a lot of things that are going on, and you'll find that here, the students are very creative alongside with faculty and staff. They even have the Dancing with the Stars, but it's dancing with faculty and staff. So that's a lot of fun that you actually can get involved in and have students interacting with faculty that way, which is really cool. Do a lot of students leave? And I'll take that question because I still live in the Camden County area, and I can honestly tell you that once I came to Stockton, I did not leave. I worked on campus, was very involved as a student senator, participated in a number of different events. And once you're here, you really don't want to miss out on some of the different activities. And organizations actually receive more funding when they provide activities over the weekend versus, students that just do activities during the week. So there are a lot of things that you're not going to want to miss out on if you decide to leave every weekend. Now, with that being said, we don't exclude or preclude first-year students to have their vehicle on campus. And so I would say right up until homecoming weekend, then once homecoming hits, everybody's here. It just is like one of those environments that is really a traditional college atmosphere. So, of course, right now there's, COVID has prevented a lot of those gatherings, but, we are quite hopeful that we will be able to, host these events in the future. So a lot of cool things going on. There's another question. How come on the website the fees for living on campus is a little over $5,000 versus $12,000 on the presentation? That's a great question. So what we do is actually average out both the room and the board. Now the board is your meal plan. So we factors those costs in together, and that's why it gives you the $12,000 cost. Now, if you wish to live in one of our garden style apartments or in Atlantic City where you do have a kitchen facility, a meal plan is actually optional. So you would, you can get one of our smaller meal plan options or grab and go style if that works best for your schedule. But that's the reason why there are differences in cost there. Great question. Do the sport teams live together? So we don't have designated housing just for athletes. That being said, students can request roommates that are obviously a part of the team. And so sometimes in apartments, you might have like a court that might have all of the, let's just say lacrosse players. And so though it's not designated that way, a lot of students, have, gravitate to an area where all students can interact and have that social environment also, if they are playing a sport together. And let's face it, you're basically on that same kind of schedule when it comes to practices or early practice in the morning. And so it's helpful, for team members to live together. So it's encouraged. I know, a few of the coaches like to set up the first year students to meet other first year students that are on the team, just so that you'll be able to have, someone that you can relate to. So those are very easily able to be adjusted to. Is the nursing program a 4-year program, or do you need a certain GPA for the nursing program? So if you are looking at nursing is probably one of the most competitive programs nationally. And it's not to discourage a student from going into the field, the nursing field, if at all anything. Our frontline workers have been in the spotlight, or our heroes. So for those students that really want to go into nursing and take that opportunity, my hat's off to you. At Stockton here, we do have a very selective program. So it is quite competitive to get into. And again, it's not to discourage you, but only 36 students are offered a space or are brought into that particular pre-licensure program. And what that pre-licensure program means is that you're a direct entry in our nursing program. And so it's 4 years, you complete the BSN. We also have an accelerated tracking, but we also have a master's and even a doctorate program in those areas. So students, if they wish to complete those degrees, they're very easily able to do that. So for students that may not meet the direct admission requirements to go directly into the nursing program, you are still evaluated for admission to the university. And if the committee for our program coordinators does a separate review on your application. If you don't quite meet the qualifications to go directly into the program, which basic requirements there are a B or better in each of your science classes, at least a 570 on the math section of the SAT with a combined SAT score of above 1190 is, fairly competitive student to get into the program. If you don't meet those qualifications, what that means is that you can very much choose our health science option, complete the prerequisites, and then go into our accelerated nursing program. And what that means is that you can actually complete that first degree, and the accelerated program is only an additional 16 months to complete. So you can actually do that undergraduate degree in as little as 3 years in health sciences, and then do the 16-month in the accelerated track. So you would, I would recommend that you go to our website, look at it. If you want to be a nurse, let me tell you, you'll be a nurse. We can roll out those options for you very easily here at Stockton. Those are some of our premier programs. Anything in health sciences and natural sciences and math are the programs that we are noted for. There's a question about our honors program. So there is an application for the honors program that you can do a search on our site. Generally, students that are our scholar students are recommended to, if you get a scholarship from Stockton, are recommended to complete the honors application, but that doesn't preclude any student from applying for that opportunity. There are the class sizes for our honors program is even smaller than that 17-to-1 ratio. You're pulled for more research projects, maybe some publications. Some of these students actually go and do presentations alongside with faculty members, are published with faculty members. So if that's your cup of tea, and being in that end of the house, the honors program is really for you. And there's some great opportunities there. Another question on the floor is also, do you think at this rate Stockton will be open in person learning and living rather than virtual? So I have some news for you. We are in person. So we actually have about 2,500 students on campus living, taking courses, taking classes online, hybrid classes. We have about 8 different modalities that we offer for students. Some classes, some students come in one day of the week, the other students might come in the other day of the week. There's social distancing in the classroom. We're utilizing all of our big spaces. So, Stockton is actually the largest college campus in New Jersey. So we're even using the outdoors when the weather was nice for some of those classes. We know that there's some classes that really do need to be in person, like our labs, areas of the arts like dance. I mean, I saw a few of students in our meeting room 5, and they're actually doing their, their dance routines in those social distancing, obviously, in the meeting room 5. So there are classes in session. Our hope, obviously, is that though there are so many unknowns, our hope is that in the spring we'll even be able to offer even more classes in person. So for students that are coming in starting for the spring for 2021, that is again our hope. So that's what we're gearing up for. And luckily, we've been quite fortunate here at the university to have one of the lowest COVID ratings, as far as, students that, for students that are on campus and even off campus. So we have, if you go to our website and just type in, there's a COVID update page that you can visit frequently and see the number of cases that we might have on campus, which is obviously very low in comparison to some other institutions that are even online, which is surprisingly. Question from Laura is, will it still be test optional for further years, or is it this just year for COVID? Well, guess what? We went test optional last year before COVID. So there were a number of our programs that went test optional last year, areas of business, social behavioral sciences, the areas of the arts. We don't think that a test score is indicative of how well you're going to do in college. Your grades, your classes, your accomplishments as young adults is really what we're looking at. And that's the reason why we started and adapted that test optional model last year. We also know that, the SAT, again, some students are not great test takers. So again, our envision for this is that we're even moving more of our programs into a test optional, review process. So it's not just for this year. So if you were, a junior looking at applying to Stockton, know that's going to be the continued practice here at the university, at least while I'm here. I think I answered all the questions. These are very good questions, guys. I really wish I could see, I see the names, so that's amazing. I wish I could see the faces. But know that we're here every step of the way. Grace, myself, other members of the team are here to help you through this process. We know that there are a lot of unknowns and it's scary, but we're here to help you in any way that we can. And so don't hesitate to give us a call, connect. I'm just going to plug in our ambassadors right now. If you follow Stockton Ambassadors, they'll take you on, some virtual, tours, and you can interact with them. They're doing some Facebook Live events and things like that. So if you want to plug in that way, it's just our way of trying to, in an unnormal circumstance, provide some kind of interaction with you. And so I hope that you join us for either a campus tour or one of our virtual open houses. Again, we're here every step of the way.
We're also virtually visiting high schools all across New Jersey as well. I know I had 4 high school visits yesterday and a few today as well. So again, just kind of connecting with folks. I've been grabbing our student ambassadors in because they are just so wonderful. So I bring them into the presentations as well. So again, if you're looking to speak with a counselor or connect with one of our ambassadors, definitely reach out. We are here.
All right, so last housekeeping item is just I want to thank everyone for joining us today. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, as I mentioned previously, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. We have more today and then more tomorrow. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions at NJACAC.org. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other sessions recordings at NJACAC.org. Thank you and have a good day, everyone.
Bye.